I'm not playing around. I'm not in a good mood. I'm here out of respect. I'm not in a good mood.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 130 of White Heat here on the Full Circle Radio Network. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Although you have passed on, you're still staying alive in our hearts.
Was that AI?
No.
That was Ozzy doing
Staying alive. Yeah. He did that years and years ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I was at Primus last night in Bridgeport. A lot of people went to Creed. I did not go to Creed. I went to Primus at Bridgeport, and they had played a couple licks. They played Crazy Train opening licks and some other stuff, and people got up and got their cameras out like they were ready to go, and Primus just continued on with their Primus songs, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
Les doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would do a full song just because someone passed away. So, and
I mean, there was a concert he did in PA like a few months back with Puddle's Pity Party, who came on stage and they did Holy Diver.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what, 8 years after?
Yeah. Yeah, it was directly after Ronnie died, yeah.
Yeah, but Primus is a good show, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know any songs until they played the 4 songs I knew at the end, but I had a great time the whole time. They just went like Mud, Winona, the other one.
Jerry was a race car driver.
Yeah, Jerry and Tommy or something like that. And they played their new song, which sounded a lot like Oysterhead, which is how I got into Les. Is he had a super group with Stuart Copeland from The Police and Trey from Fish.
Yeah.
And Oysterhead was very good. And then they announced to come back, and then COVID happened, and then that was it. They did one show, and then Cobra happened like the next day. So
what do you think of that Fish show that they're going to try to do in Forest Hills?
Oh, they did it. It was last night.
Oh, it was. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
It was last night. So they literally had to put out a warning, like, don't come if you don't have a ticket. We're starting this show at 6:30 p.m. There's no lotch scene. There's no shakedown street. And I looked on the Forest Hills Reddit today, and it was all just horror stories of people puking and pooping in their lawns. And
I can imagine.
But that is that has to be like a World War I era. Like, it looks like a Coliseum. It literally looks like a concrete Coliseum, like the old memorial for or Soldier Field where the Bears played.
Yeah, it's like one of the old college arena bowls. Yeah.
So, and that's got to be in Queens, right? Seems like Queens.
No, Forest Hills is closer to Bethel.
No.
Forest Hills is not in NYC.
It's not a New York City thing?
No.
Is there a Forest Hills, New York? There must be in Queens. There must be a Forest Hills. Like, that must be what I'm getting.
I may be mistaken. So yeah, that may be me. My bad.
Because it just seems like one of those places out there, which they should be used to it, because like you've got the US Open, that Arthur Ashe out there, which is a weird venue.
Yeah.
Citi Field is in the middle of nowhere, and it's all just where all the cabs go to get fixed. In Queens, like, it's just all around. There's nothing around. There's a couple bars, and then there's just like illegal motor shops where where they fix taxis. So Fish fans, I don't know. It didn't seem like a good stadium for them, and I don't think they've ever been, and I don't think they'll ever be asked back. And I noticed on the way to Primus that the show had started, so we were listening to it. That was the other thing. They made it readily available for free on XM as it was streaming to like keep people away.
Cool.
which they do sometimes. So yeah, that was from what I heard, it was good. But yeah, Forest Hills looked packed. It's crazy what that venue is, but I guess it's still small, and there's just a parking lot where the cars go and nothing else. Yeah. So not the usual shakedown scene walking around with your nitrous tank. Speaking of nitrous,
it's not my scene.
I needed nitrous to get through a couple of TNA matches the other night.
Yeah, see, yeah, we're gonna touch on that. I didn't watch it. I was watching Phil Marks's live stream and just following along with Twitter. Yeah, because I heard mixed things about the show, but we're gonna get into it. Because well, that's what we do here. We talk wrestling. We're only touching on a couple of things today. Actually, I don't think from the bullet points I sent you, I don't think we're actually going to be touching anything. We might do a little bit of a SummerSlam preview, but besides that, we're just going to talk about some other shit today. As soon as I get my shit over here, one of these, do the ad read and get out of the fucking way. So this edition of White Heat is brought to you by our partners at that's the wrong tumbler.
Oh no, was that yesterday's Dubby?
No, it's I have two Dubby tumblers, but this one's just water. This is the Dubby. I'm being true to form. So yes, Dubby energy and hydration. Today I am partaking in my tried and true cherry lollipop energy because it's delicious. That's actually still listed as the mystery flavor on their site. But if you go to w.gg or the link below, you can access everything that they have, from sampler packs to monthly tubs. Like I said, they have energy and hydration. Where I just got another push notification for another freaking heat advisory to go into effect today until tomorrow night. So I'm like, that's just wonderful. Like, choking out my plants, but whatever, it is what it is. Where the hell are you? There you are. But yeah, if you do buy a monthly tub of any of their many flavors, it averages out to less than $1 per serving. But you can also partake in their sampler packs and their tumblers, and they also have some swag. All of their stuff is sugar-free, no sugar, no maltodextrin, no artificial colors, chock full of vitamin B, vitamin E, coffee fruit extract, so it's a natural caffeine burst. And if you use the link below or go to w.gg and you use the code Full Circle Radio at your checkout, you receive 10% off your order, and that's every order, not just your first order. So don't be a dubby. Go get yourself a tubby, a dubby. Dubby, be better. Okay. All right.
Where's your pup?
He's in the bedroom.
Oh.
He's barking at someone walking by. So yeah. So there was a lot of hype surrounding TNA Slammivrsary for good reason. What the hell is this? Except all, yeah. There was a lot of talk going into it because of their attendance. So there's two sides of the internet who are on it. There's one side who are going, you know something? TNA did really good. Bravo. And then there's the AEW fans who are super mad and saying, well, look, blah, blah, blah. The entire top tier of that arena is tarped off. How are you going to try and say TNA is the number 2 company when All In just did 25,000 and they only did 7,000? Yeah, you see, there's a difference. TNA, when they originally booked this venue in Belmont, New York, only set up for 4,000 seats. They had to keep opening sections. That was their plan all along. So for them to originally only put 4,000 seats on sale and then at showtime have a attendance of over 7,200, that's a major achievement. It was their largest attended pay-per-view of all time. And of course, people will say, well, it's 25 years in business and that's your largest attendance. That's not really good. Considering the fact that the majority of TNA for the past 25 years has always run in either a studio or small venues. It is good.
It is surprising to me, though.
Yeah.
That they didn't, even with like Kurt and Sting and Steiner and Nash and Hall and Hogan and Abyss and AJ and Flair, and that they never, and I know they were in the Impact Zone for most of that time, but did they never go to like Dayton, Ohio, or did they never make the towns with that tour at all?
Nope.
They were always in the Impact Zone.
They were either in the Impact Zone, or when they started, they were in the Asylum, which was the fairgrounds up in Kentucky or Tennessee, whatever.
Like you're talking like 25 years ago when they were
when they started before
pay-per-views.
Yeah, the weekly pay-per-views. They were in the fairgrounds, and then but they were in the Impact Zone at Universal for the majority of stuff until the mid 2010s when they decided to start doing the loop, but they didn't have enough because I remember they tried to do a couple of small tours back in the mid 2000s, and things weren't going well because I specifically remember they were supposed to do a show in Connecticut, and the day of the show came and they canceled the show. They never said why, but everyone knew it was because the day of the show they canceled it.
Where was the venue?
They were booking somewhere. It was where was it? It wasn't the Harvard Civic Center or anything like that. It was I don't even remember. It's been so fucking long because it was like 2005 or 2006 when they did it. But maybe a little because I just remember that Voodoo Kin Mafia were there at the time.
That would have been the right time, because that's right around the time Kurt came in, and Kurt and Joe were like November 06. VKM is happening then.
Yeah.
Genesis so it was 06.
Yeah, so it was 06, and it was a house show. It wasn't a pay-per-view. But they were coming up to do a house show, and they canceled the day of. Some people said they saw a TNA truck like near the venue, but that was wild. Never. But it was pretty much, it got canceled because of lack of tickets, because apparently like people like got in line like that day and were informed that the show was canceled, and it was not a long line.
I wonder, was Kurt there yet?
Kurt was not there yet.
Okay. So this has to be like the summer of 06, probably.
But I just remember they turned it into a publicity stunt because they canceled because of lack of ticket sales. It was pretty evident. Yeah. But then literally that day, fucking Road Dogg and Billy Gunn shot
went
a promo Stanford in front of fucking Titan Tower saying Vince got to shut down, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't. It was lack of ticket sales.
I know they did Poughkeepsie once or twice. That's only 1,500, I think.
Right. I was there for one of them. Yeah.
No, I was just surprised. So when I saw that, like, despite what you said, I looked at it and I was like, why the fuck would they say this out loud? That's embarrassing. Like, that's maybe keep that to yourself.
It seems embarrassing, except if you look at the bigger picture of they've never run really large venues because they always knew they were a niche product. And even like the thing was so when Dixie was at the helm and they kicked Jarrett out and everything, like they were losing money for a few years, but they weren't hemorrhaging money like AEW is. And the reason they didn't hemorrhage is because they always had the Impact Zone to fall back on.
Yeah, they had a ready-made, but they weren't drawing a house there. That was always free to go to the Impact Zone.
Right.
So it's a trade-off. You're not drawing a house. I mean, you're drawing a house, but you're not.
Right, but you're also not.
You're not getting a box office.
Right, but you're also not having to pay to move production crew and trucks and everything.
Yes, everything was locked down, and all the lights were locked down to where they were going to be. All the guardrails were up. The ring was up. Everything stayed up. And do you know that studio? They did a couple things there at that studio. That's where some of Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, was filmed. Yep. Global Guts was filmed in the Impact Zone, and a couple other ones. Because if you go there, it kind of shows you all the stuff that had been filmed there. And which I thought it was way too small for Global Guts. That seemed like a huge. They must have just done some of the the other stuff there, because that seemed like a huge arena. And the Impact Zone was very tiny. You walk in, you're walking under the bleachers, like you're clearly on a TV set.
Yeah.
You're walking, if you wanted to go to concessions or the merch, you're literally like walking under the bleachers.
Yeah.
To get to the it was not a very big building.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Interesting. What do you think the Impact Zone sat?
Maybe 400, maybe 5 tops.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a lot, but I mean, it was, that's just the way it was. It was always a studio show. So, and I mean, they like I said, when they did tour, like when they would tour England and stuff, they always drew houses in England. But even those, like, they would run in smaller venues. I think like the largest venue they ever booked in England was like 5,000 people, which they drew.
Yeah. What did Global Force or whatever the fuck that was for a little while? Was that in the Impact Zone or did that travel?
No, Global Force was running in like fucking minor league softball fields and failing miserably.
So like NEW type shit, like that setup.
Yeah. Yeah. And drawing like 300 people. Yeah, it was bad. But I mean, it's just the history of the company, it's they stayed within their lane.
Yeah.
They stayed within their lane. So that's why people are like, well, that's not that impressive. It's like, yeah, but the thing is, right now, TNA is owned by a large company that is actually working on getting them a better TV deal than sticking on the network that they own, which is good. It's looking better that they'll actually get somewhere around $10 million a year to produce one if things come through, and that's due to the help of WWE. And they don't have a roster of 200 people to pay. 200 wrestlers. I'm not talking about production crew, but they don't have 200 wrestlers on the fucking payroll. So that's why they're not hemorrhaging money. Like, and as it is, the past couple of years, TNA has actually been in the black, not by a lot, but they haven't been losing money because they stick to the smaller setup and all that stuff, and they know what they're doing. And so this was their, this is their biggest event to date for the year. And they're still building for more things, which I'll get into. Because yeah, you said you watched it. I did not. I just I perused some things, but
yeah, I was sailing the 7 seas on this one just because I didn't have anyone over. Tunis came over for a little bit and watched a couple matches with me, but I wasn't going to spend the full thing.
Right.
Because it was just me. Like, I'll buy it. When people come over, I always buy everything, even UFC fights, boxing matches, because, like, I hate having to. They always zap it before the main, or there's lag issues or latency, and you have to struggle around. Like, I hate when people invite me over and they don't buy the whatever we're there to watch, and they leave it up to the streams. But I did that the other night. It was fine. It was a fine stream. The sound was a little bad, but I don't know if the sound was bad for everyone. I couldn't understand a lot of what was going on backstage. There was something with besides the major botch, there was another one that I couldn't hear. But they had a huge production botch, probably the production botch of the year so far.
Right. Yeah, and there was Macklin went over Eric Young, it looks like. Or
that was pre-show.
Yeah, that was the pre-show. So Enzo showed up there, and there was a lot of talk. He alluded to some people on the Impact going home of having backup, and it seemed like he was going to be bringing in Gallows and Anderson. Thank God it wasn't them. But so thanks to Enzo, Zilla Fatu is in Impact now.
What is that belt, and what is it called? Fourth Rope? What is that a promotion?
I think it's one of the indies that Zilla works for.
So Friday night in Poughkeepsie, Awesome Championship Wrestling ran their first Friday show, which didn't hurt the house that much.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really realize that everyone was going to Long Island on Sunday. So we had Enzo, Brian Myers, Indy, who's the champion there as well, and Mike Santana.
Yeah.
All on this show. I will also say that doing security with CPA. This is back to TNA. CPA, Kip, Vaughn, the indie wrestler guy that does those skits.
Jack Vaughn
and Bobby Orlando. And I like those guys a lot. I think Jack Vaughn is probably too famous to be doing security for TNA.
Absolutely.
And CPA, like me, whatever, hitter, you know what I mean? Like, and
I like CPA.
Yeah, no, I love CPA, but I love Nick as a person. But and Bobby Orlando, but they're almost too famous to be doing. Like, they're on IWTV every week. Like, CPA is wrestling all the time. Kip is wrestling all the time. Bobby Orlando is wrestling all the time. So I think they're almost too famous to be doing that. But I think Jack Vaughn is definitely, with his handlebar fucking mustache and his bald head. I was like, oh, that's the Angry Wrestling Bet, or not Angry Wrestling Bet, whatever, the other, like the new TikTok Angry Wrestling Bet.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was too much. A CPA I saw Friday, he drove Brian Myers up to ACW, which also had Carlito for Carlito's Cabana. So I introduced Carlito, and then Brian Myers came out and they wrestled with Leo Sparrow. Leo Sparrow then came out. Do you know anything about Leo Sparrow?
Name's familiar. I haven't.
Nice kid.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the Hunter AJZ something? James Ziegler, the Hunter AJZ. This guy is fucking jacked. Looks like $1 million. All his promo and videography are great, and he was a sweetheart of a dude. So I'd like you and I to look into that a little more some other time to find out just who the hell this cat is, because he was good as shit. And just real quick at ACW, just because I started talking about it.
No problem.
Holiday, with a dusty finish. So I'm in the headsets, and they're like, all right, Matt. Purdy Curdy's like, all right, Matt, the finish. He's gonna come down. The ref's gonna get bumped, and I already know in my head what the finish is. Like, it's gonna be the new, and then the referee reverses. So Kurt's like walking me through this whole thing. He's like, do you got it? I was like, yeah, exactly how I would have done it had you not told me. Like, it wasn't. I've watched 40 years of wrestling, and ref goes down, new ref comes in, counts 1, 2, 3. The first original ref goes, no, it's a DQ, and then I go, unfortunately, like, it's exactly how I would have done it. So but that was a good. And now the next time is Richard Holiday defending in a fatal 4-way against Nick Nemeth, Matt Cardona, and Matt Riddle.
Cool.
So they're bringing back the guys, the names, so they're not just stunting out all new names every time. Like, Enzo's the national champion there, and Indy's the women's champion. So like they're gonna be, those guys are gonna be coming back, and now the 3 big names that they've booked so far are coming back again to have a 4-way. So they must, like, people pop for that building. I think the companies run really well, but everyone is just so happy to perform in that building. Like, the history of that building. Mike Gallagher, I was talking to Mike Gallagher, and he was talking about growing up there, going to see it. Tommy's been there for every show. Dreamer's been there for every show, and that's where not World of Hurt, what was his? House of Hardcore. They ran some shows up there. So that Poughkeepsie, that MJN Center, the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, people are very excited to work in that. So I don't know why I shoehorned that in right there. Oh, because all those guys were there Friday night. And then I'm watching Sunday. So I didn't realize how famous Mike Santana was. I was just talking to him. And
he blew up recently. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just talking to him, like, coming through the audience again, like last time. And he's like, yeah, little did I know, that's what he does every week on TV. And fucking, so I didn't really realize how famous Mike Santana was, because I didn't watch TNA. I didn't.
Yeah. They're really giving, like, he's kind of becoming like their Danielson right now. Like, he's the home, like the underdog or whatever. That's not really underdog, but just, he's really made a name for himself, and that they've had him pop up on NXT a couple of times with it. And but I want to get to Mike Santana, because I'm very happy for Santana, because back when he was in that tag team with Angel Ortiz, I was not a fan of Mike. Turns out I was just not a fan of the tag team, because they did a lot of spot monkey bullshit with no psychology. But Mike has grown as a person and has gotten past that, which is a beautiful thing. But anyways, getting ahead of myself. But so Enzo's got Zilla Fatu, which I guarantee is Zilla's tryout for WWE.
Okay.
Like, I guarantee that's what they what they did.
And that's Umaga's son, correct?
Yes.
We finally got to Umaga's sons.
Yeah. Which
Is he the only son?
No, there's a couple. But he's the one because he's been doing a lot. He's been doing a lot of indie stuff, and as it was like sometime like last fall, like he got pulled off a bunch of indie dates, and everyone thought it's because he was showing up for the new Bloodline stuff, but not yet. Because the thing is, he's got a lot of like personal like endorsement deals on his own brand, so he's kind of making money that way. So he doesn't want to get locked down on a WWE contract yet. It'll happen eventually. And I think TNA is just his way of getting his reps in and then getting him TV ready so he can just transition right over. A lot like Joe Hendry.
Sure.
Because he's gonna be there eventually. Which, it's Zilla's the next big name after Jacob in that line of the newer Samoans and Tongans and all that stuff.
Not Talatanga?
He's good. He's gotten better. He's just he needed a lot of work because he had to unlearn a bunch of shit. But yeah, no, I like him too. But the thing is, he's a giant, so he's going to be the attraction. But I don't see him as a standout.
Yeah, the workhorse, or sure.
Yeah, he's going to be
a 6-man. Was that a tag? What was the Enzo Zilla? There was someone else involved in that, correct?
Yeah, I don't know who the dude was. Like, it was Enzo, Zilla Fatu, and Josh Bishop.
Okay.
I have no clue who Josh Bishop is, but he was there and he was working against Macklin and Mance Warner and Jake something, which I can't stand the fact that it's been 5 years and he's still going by the name Jake something. I hate that shit.
Is that his name now? Like,
that's because he was one of the Deaners, and what happened was he lost the Deaner name against Cody Deaner, and so ever since then, in 2020, he became Jake something, and he's run with that since then. I'm like, dude, like, change it.
Jake whatever.
Jake's I can't. I just can't with it.
That was on pre-show. I didn't catch a whole bunch of that. Once you get the Enzo opening and stuff, sometimes you're spent.
Yeah, exactly.
Gift the gab though, dude. Like that motherfucker can talk. And I mean, I've watched him wrestle live 3 times now, and he's not. I mean, he's not botching. I don't know if he's training, but he's doing just fine. He fought. Yeah. I saw him wrestle Zach Clayton.
Yeah.
On Friday night, and it was.
Yeah, he's doing his thing and he's making his money. If WWE ever brings him back, I don't know, but
I think he's gotten better since he left WWE. Is my point.
Yes.
He definitely worked on. And he definitely has. He got thrown into it. He was such a good talker that he got thrown right the fuck in there. Mm-hmm. And that's still I like him a lot as a person, especially, but that shoot interview with Simon Pegg, or what the fuck is his name? Simon what the fuck is his name? Not Simon Pegg. Simon
Miller?
The other the vaudevillains.
Gotch? Simon. What do you call it? Simon Gotch. Yeah,
Simon Gotch. What was his shoot name? I forget his name. But that is one of the all-time shoot interviews of like just shitting on somebody. He fucking shits on Enzo for like 22 minutes, and they're great stories too. But I think Enzo's great.
Yeah. But let's see here. They got Cedric versus Ali, and everyone figured it was going to be like a rehash of the Cruiserweight Classic, and I guess people weren't happy with it. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch it.
So the couple of people I did talk to, because I stepped out for that one, because that was still on the pre-show.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, maybe it wasn't. It took me a while to find a stream, so I missed some stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But I heard a couple of people put that over. When I was putting over a match later, someone else said, "Don't forget about Ali and Cedric."
Okay.
So I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is. I've never been big on Ali, and Cedric's a good worker, but he can't talk. He never could. That's always been his shortcoming. So it is what it is. But it was, your big, high spot.
You know who I liked more than Cedric? and maybe Mustafa was Rich Swann. I like.
Oh
Rich
yeah,
Swann.
I love Rich. I'm sad that he's gone from TNA because he was a good fit there. Like the TNA pay-per-view I was at in fucking Poughkeepsie, like Rich comes out like while people are in line and starts like just cutting promos in the street and fucking
That's great.
Just he was just like, this is supposed to be TNA wrestling or some shit, like just acting like an 80s fucking big over the top and just chilling with everyone. Rich has always been a fucking great guy.
I introduced him in 2019 in Blitzkrieg as the X Division champion. So I've announced with the title the X Division champion twice and the world champion twice also. I've like ring announced the TNA world champion with the belt twice now and the X Division. And he was great. He came out to All Night Long. He was Mr. All Night Long, Rich Swann. And he came out to Lionel Richie All Night Long.
It's funny. Wife always calls Rich Swann Black Len.
Oh yeah, what? Because of the gear?
No, because like if you look at his face and his facial expressions, he looks like Len Oddity.
He looks like lead.
So she always called him Black Len. Yeah. But yeah, and then it was the System against Dark State, which whatever, helping Dark State get their reps, I guess. They kind of got lost in the sauce after the big push at the beginning of the year.
And who's in the System? Brian Myers and who?
Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and Moose, and Matt Cardona was with them.
Oh, Cardona was on that show. I missed this whole thing. I missed this whole.
Yeah,
and no, not Moose. Not in this match, anyway. He might be.
No, Moose wasn't in the match. No.
Yeah, okay. Because Moose was later.
Oh, it was Dango. It was Dango.
Johnny Curtis was fucking. Yeah. Oh my god, I gotta go back and watch this. It was Johnny Curtis, Brian Myers, Cardona, and who?
And Eddie Edwards.
Oh man, I gotta see this.
Yeah.
I just saw the tail end of it. And who is in Dark State or whatever?
I don't know their names. They're all like Cutler James is one of them. He was one of the LFG guys, but they haven't really gotten any like exposure on NXT for enough time for you to remember their names.
That's
the Not Shield
NXT guys.
The Not Shield, yeah.
Sorry, not fuck that. They're just playing the card they're dealt, but
right, exactly.
I've not seen anything pay off there.
Right, yeah. There's no payoff.
What was the other bad one? The Revelation, or what was the one with Mustafa? And what?
The Revelation was my stable, fucker.
Oh, sorry. What Retribution?
Yeah, Retribution was the stable Mustafa was in. Yeah.
Mustafa and Mace said all those guys.
Dijak and fucking Slapjack and yep.
Masse. How great was that when he became Masse? Right. I fucking love that gimmick.
Yep. That was the women's match, Indy Hartwell against Tessa Blanchard. Apparently people said this match was really good. I have no use for Tessa Blanchard.
Actually, that's not true. That's not true. It was fine. They did too much towards the end, and there was about 7 things in a row where nothing worked. Nothing worked.
Yeah. See, because everyone's like, "Oh, Tessa Blanchard's a natural." I'm like, "No, she's not. Tessa Blanchard is drizzling shit."
Kind of clunky.
Yeah, she is.
Indy's better than her.
She's been clunky for fucking over 10 years. That's when you're clunky that long, you're not getting any better.
And there were you're a racist chance.
Yeah, which aren't gonna fucking go away. That's the thing. Is everyone's like, oh, this is just, if Tessa behaves, she'll end up in WWE. Tessa's never gonna be in WWE. Tessa got booted out of NXT a long time ago before all of this fucking shit happened.
They fucking love Chelsea Green. Sorry, they love Chelsea Green right now. They're not bringing in Tessa Blanchard.
Right. And the thing is, like, Tessa's not good in the ring, no matter what anyone says. And on top of the you're a racist stuff, like, even besides that, which is a whole bunch of strikes against her, like, she did a bunch of fucking OnlyFans shit back in the day, too, that's not going to go away. Like, there's video of her, like, she would do paid videos of her taking a shit for guys. Like, WWE is not going to bring you in. Like, that stuff doesn't go away. Plain and simple.
Mickey Aldis gets a payday every once in a while. We've all seen those pictures many times. So actually, this match was not good. I like Indy. I like Indy Hartwell a lot.
Me too.
I had a big old crush on her in WWE. She's very good in person. She's been the ACW Women's Champion she had her successful title defense the other night against not Tina San Antonio, a tall, oh my God, tall woman, Xena Zella. What the fuck was her name? She was tall. No, wait, that wasn't her either. She fought Vicious Vicky Venuto. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
And then Tina San Antonio fought a girl that was very tall from
Xena
Australia.
Sterling? Oh no,
yes.
Australia. Okay, no, okay, so it wasn't.
Okay,
Xena
maybe
Sterling.
I don't know. Sorry.
No, Xena Sterling's a LFG kid.
Oh, sorry. I can look up the ACW stuff later. But yeah, so Vicious Vicky Venuto. Are you familiar with her?
Yeah.
Her and Indy Hartwell wrestled the other night for that belt. So yeah, that was good. And I think Indy's really good. I did not like this match. No. I was watching with a friend of mine who I mentioned earlier who was less than impressed, and it did not make a whole lot of sense. And then they tried to do too much at the end, and it got even worse.
Yep.
And then before you could even, I don't know, man, I'm not, this is going to sound macho or whatever, but I don't think you need 2 women's matches back to back.
Yes, and that's not macho. That's just match. That's just match card structure.
I would just like to, if there's only 2 on the card and they're not multi-women's, like they gave 2 women, they get 4 women, 2 different matches and chances to prove themselves. And I don't know why they went back to back with it.
Me neither. Like that's.
I'm glad they didn't book the X Division match in between the 2 because that would have killed Masha and JCJ.
Yeah.
So
So then we get to Masha and JC Jane, which was a title for title match. And this is part of why people are mad right now. Because, and I'm not a fan of JC Jane. I don't understand why she still has a job. Like honestly, I don't understand how she's been in NXT for fucking almost 5 years. Like there's a reason for that. Like she's not that good. Like she's a placeholder for the women's title because they wanted to bump Stephanie Vacker up to the main roster. But then like you can't just have her be a placeholder for 3 weeks. So you've got to do something with it. So they have her, and she went over Masha dirty, didn't she? From what I thought.
I can't remember. I thought it was a schoolboy. I can't exactly remember. Do you have the finish there or no?
But Slamovich with a snowplow. Another referee is here, but the delay allows Jane to recover. Jane hits. So there was a ref bump.
There was a ref bump.
Okay. Yeah.
This match was fine. It went better than the match before it. Maybe this is the match where they did too much at the end. I don't know. It was fine. And then
and that's what happens when you have 2 women's matches back to back is you
can't it's hard to remember
which happened in which match.
I thought JCJ was going to do this, but that's because I 100% thought that Mike Santana was walking out with the title later, so I didn't think both these titles were staying with NXT. Is basically my thought. So I thought at that time, and they even said it, both world titles are in the NXT brand, but you thought like later that Mike Santana was going to win that title back to TNA. So it wasn't going to be a complete, but this is like complete rock bottom for TNA in the story of the whole thing. Like TNA is at rock bottom right now. And I guess turning point or whatever will be, hopefully their Return of the Jedi.
Bound for Glory.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, at least you got the name of a TNA pay-per-view. Like, yeah. Yeah. But so, yeah. See, once I heard that she won, I knew that Santana wasn't going to win in the main. Because I already saw what was happening. The gears were turning. Because
they need that rock bottom. They need this. They need the chase for TNA.
I'm going to get to that when we finish up with the results. Leon Slater beat Moose for the X Division title. So thank God, because there was no reason for Moose, of all people, to have the fucking X Division title.
This is the match of the night. This was fucking fantastic. This really was. This is better than the main. This made a whole lot of sense. This kid is, what's his name again?
Leon Slater.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's really good. That jump over the turnbuckle is amazing. I loved the finish, and I can't really remember it right now, but it made perfect sense. And it was set up really well. I wish I could remember the finish because I was popping big for it. I had a couple beers at this point, but I still was very impressed with this matchup. Moose is a fucking machine, dude.
I never cared for Moose.
I think you should watch this match.
I mean, I don't care for Moose as a worker, and I think he's a piece of shit as a human being. So,
oh, is he?
Dude, he went to jail for beating up his wife while she was pregnant. Like,
oh, but why don't you like him?
Yes.
Whatever. This was I think this match was I think this stole the show, even though I didn't see Rich Swann, even though I didn't see Cedric and Mustafa, but this is a great match, dude. Yeah,
I know Leon Slater's been impressing, and I think he's to an influx of bringing back the old feel of the X Division with a new face is a smart thing.
So, whoever won, Leon would be the youngest X Division champion, or if Moose won, he would now have the longest reign in X Division history. So the match had a little story going in. I watched the video package. It got me into it. It was like I sat back and I enjoyed this match.
You see, that we were talking about, like, attendance in the history of the company. That would bother me more because the X Division title has been a title in TNA since its inception, basically.
And
so almost 25 years.
This is only like a 300-day reign or something like that.
Has it been that long? I thought it's only been like 4 months.
He was going to.
He beat Mike Bailey for it because Mike Bailey was going to AEW, and Mike Bailey's only been in AEW for a few months.
Maybe it wasn't a 300-day reign.
No, it couldn't be. And so that's what bothers me. Like,
it doesn't matter. It was still the longest reign. Yes, it was still the longest reign, which is a title that's been around 20 years.
Right. Like, no, that title has no longevity. That worries me more.
Yeah, because like, was Red the first champ?
I think so.
All right, hold on. I use my camera as the phone. Can we just do a little? We've got to know, because I can't believe like Sanjay Dutt, AJ Styles.
It was always a hot potato belt.
For 20 years?
Who was the first TNA X Division champion? Who was the first TNA X Division champion?
I want to type this one out.
AJ Styles.
Oh, really?
He won it in June 19th, 2002.
So this is a title that's been around for 23 years.
Yeah.
And nobody had, I'm sorry. Actually, I got my computer here. Longest reigns in X Division. The longest reign is Austin Aries. Wait, no, maybe he was going to be the oldest?
Yeah, he's got to be the oldest. Yeah, because he 266 days as champion. Jesus.
Okay, well, Austin Aries was 301, so but it's still got to be up there, dude. That's still got to be.
Yeah.
Austin Aries, only less one day than Eric. Rockstar Spud and Saban's 6 reign are the shortest in the title.
Yeah.
They're 110 reigns.
Yeah. 110 reigns in 23 years. Like, dude, that's a hot potato belt.
It's been vacated a handful of times. Kid Cash, Christopher Daniels, Senshi, Chris Sabin. So I don't have it. So maybe he's the oldest champion, but he's still got to be in top 10 as far as reigns, because where did he have it?
That's 266 days. So yeah.
Yes. So that's only 2 months short of Austin Aries.
Yeah. I'll be damned. I thought it was shorter. But anyways, moving on.
I'm glad we unpacked that for a second, though.
Yeah, moving on. The four-way ladder match for the tag belts. Hardy Boys retained.
I missed the spot where he called for the the military ladder. I missed that. That was just in the ring. He like hit a button or something at one point, and that ladder was in the ring.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward here.
Yeah.
I mean,
the big story was after.
Yeah. Which,
big story was afterwards.
left
Bubba
me
came
wanting
out.
a little more.
Yeah, but Bubba came out and said that they basically challenged the Hardys to their final tag match, Dudleys versus Hardys, to take place at Bound for Glory in October.
And he swapped back between saying he called themselves the Dudleys, and then when he made the match, he said Team 3D versus.
Yeah.
But this doesn't, and even when he was cutting the promo, I was like, I know we're here to do business for TNA. This doesn't seem like a match that should take place in TNA.
I agree.
Because of the Hardys. Now, Bubba, however, wrestled in TNA longer than any other company.
Yep.
And by far, too. Like, he was in TNA like 11 years. ECW was what, 4? Yeah. WWE was 2 runs, or maybe 2 or 3 runs, but never 11 years. Like, he wrestled more matches in TNA than he did anywhere else in his career. So that makes sense. Devon was there a long time, but Bubba had like a 4-year run without Devon and with the aces and eights and that stuff.
Yep.
Devon conspicuous by his absence.
Well, Devon's getting in ring shape because his hips are like the reason Devon has been around because his hips have been fucked and he's been working towards getting in ring shape.
Bubba, I thought saved it fine for a live crowd. Like Bubba's still a master on the mic. He said he got them away from it immediately and was like, because they were like, where is Devon? He's like, that's a good question, but on this day, I'm gonna be shouting Devon. And the crowd goes, get the tables. And then Bubba was off the hook for Devon not being there. So Bubba's like really good at his shit.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Do you think this could have been a SummerSlam? A fucking...
I do. I think it should be in WWE, but apparently Bubba has come on record and says that it should take place in TNA and nowhere else. I don't know why, but that's his reasoning.
I mean, Hardys have had less than... okay, Jeff was there a long time. Matt was broken Matt later.
Yeah.
They didn't wrestle a whole lot together as a tag team there. Am I wrong?
In TNA, no.
Yeah.
No.
They were like on separate shit.
Yeah.
So like Whisperin' Willow was there like for a while.
Yeah.
Where was Matt that whole time? In the Indies? In WWE? Wasted in WWE?
No, wasted as in drugs.
Matt?
Like through the mid 2000s, like that was the whole time Matt was in and out of rehab and all the bullshit with Rebby and all.
Matt had that.
Oh yeah, like Matt's drug problem was just as bad as Jeff's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there domestics and stuff in there? Was there
something? Yeah, it's. I mean, just Rebby is just a bad fucking influence on him. Always has been. Rebby Hardy's a fucking piece of shit.
But they're still very much together with kids and stuff, right?
Sadly, yeah. I mean, yeah, not sadly today. Sadly, there's a
yeah. So I just feel like this could have been SummerSlam.
It could have.
I understand they're there, and I understand what we're doing. We're trying to sell out Lowell, which you're not going to break the attendance. Someone said they're going to break.
Is it going to be in Lowell?
Yeah. It's at the Lowell
Bound for Glory is going to be at the Lowell Auditorium.
Yeah. No, the Saugus fucking
no, Saugus. Yeah, I was going to say
Saugus, not Saugus. The
Saugus Arena.
Saugus Arena.
That's the Lowell Auditorium.
Oh, that is the Lowell. That is the Lowell, like the pretty mezzanine and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that looks like you get it confused with the Manhattan Center sometimes when you see it on old tape.
It's the same place that NXT is running in August.
Okay, yeah, and that's those famous like the DX Christmas stuff is there.
Yeah,
it's got that famous.
Yeah. They used to film all the blocks of superstars there and all that shit. Yeah. That's where Sean lost his smile.
So someone on Twitter is like, looks like they're going to set another record. And I got it wrong because I thought they were at the Nassau the other night.
Oh,
I didn't realize this was a new
Belmont
arena.
Yeah, they were in Belmont.
But this is where the Islanders play, correct?
No.
There were Islander shit in the rafters.
Oh, then maybe. I don't know. All I know is that I had a big problem with people not understanding geography. We'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll get to it. But yeah, but I mean, whether it is, it's like, but the thing is, they're being smart. They're trying to sell. They're trying to get a selling point for a pay-per-view that's 2 months out.
Yes, they're actually building. Yes, I will give them that. I think that's a great. I think they're going to do fine numbers.
Yeah,
Hardys and Dudleys one last time, and then you can get Joe Hendry and Santana and all those guys on the undercard. A couple girls stuff. I think TNA will probably win back everything that night.
Yeah, I think by October, Joe Hendry is going to be gone from TNA. I think he's going to be, because I think his TNA contract's up in September. So he'll already be on WWE TV. But yeah. And so, yeah. So I want to get to that. So we do that. We set that. AJ Styles shows up, does a big, and AJ was a big bump in ticket sales because people like AJ is going to be there.
Bro, sure. That was wasted dog shit. That was absolutely a fucking nothing burger.
Right, Moose, it was to get people in the door. That was it.
Moose just shook his hand, put the belt on him, walked away, and then AJ basically comes out, puts the belt on him, and walks away. It was fucking nothing. I would have liked to have seen him even lock eyes with Kazarian or lock eyes with bring someone else back. Where's Chris Park? You could have you couldn't have given me an Abyss fucking something.
I don't know if he wants to do that.
I know this wasn't a look back at like TNA through the years, but it felt like it a little bit. It felt like with the AJ homecoming and stuff like that, like I felt like this could have been booked a little more with a couple more nuggets of
it could have, but you need to also realize that like people get confused because this is called Slammivrsary, but TNA's big, for lack of a better term, WrestleMania is Bound for Glory, not Slammivrsary.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, I mean,
are we working towards Bound for Glory?
Yeah. Bound for Glory is in October.
Yeah. It's always been in October?
Yeah. Like September, October, depending on the week, but yeah.
And then Genesis, and then gotcha. Okay.
Victory Road, and yeah. But yeah, so we're building towards Bound for Glory, which is going to be their big Mania moment. And so then, we get the 3-way, because holy shit, we've talked about this a lot. We get to the 3-way, and everyone's super pissy because Mike Santana didn't win. Rick retains through a bunch of fuckery.
Yeah, that they forget about that, the fuckery, and now the chase is on. So like,
right. And so here's where I want to get to it, because I know everyone's pissed off. And so the first thing is people are like, how fucking dare you have Mike Santana lose in his hometown? Learn to read a fucking map. Belmont is hours outside of Manhattan. Right.
He's from the Bronx.
He's from the Bronx. Yeah. This is Long Island.
This is Long Island.
Takes hours to get there.
Yes.
Because of the way the roads
more easily, you would actually easier to get a ferry to Bridgeport and drive to fucking the dirty Bronx.
Yeah.
Then coming all the way down Long Island into Queens.
4.5 hours.
From
my house to Belmont is 4.5 hours.
Oh, your house to Belmont. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, it's out there, dude.
Right. People don't realize that. They don't know how to read a fucking map.
No,
they don't realize that there's more to New York.
It didn't help that TNA was saying it didn't help that TNA was saying it is home state of New York. Like,
I mean, but home state, New York's a big fucking state. It's not Rhode Island.
Gigantic fucking state.
Right. It's not Delaware. Like, people don't realize that shit. But yeah, so everyone's getting bitchy. But here's the other thing: we live in an age of of instant gratification that people can't seem to understand. Like Mike Santana literally just appeared on Ariel Helwani the week before TNA, and it was to push for the TNA pay-per-view because a lot of people, outside of the wrestling scope don't know what TNA is. Like they're learning now because of the WWE partnership. And so they're like, oh, well, here's a brand that's associated with WWE. And, and Mike Santana gave a really heartwarming story, talks about his past, about all the shit he went through, how he came from, a broken home and everything. And, Mike's a good dude. Like I said, back in the day, I wasn't a fan of his work, but that was his work as a tag team. As a singles, he has impressed me, and I'm happy for him that he's getting his flowers. People want instant gratification. They don't seem to realize, and I'm going to give a real easy fucking comparison to this because now WWE's just burying TNA because WWE has blah, 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 blah. Hey, motherfuckers, I'm going to take you back a few years. There was this little movie called Avengers Infinity War. We're at the end of Infinity War right now. Y'all want everything to be the end of Endgame. Everything can't be the end of Endgame. You need to get there.
Yeah,
where's the all is lost moment? Yeah, it's the all is lost moment.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I said. which it made sense. Like someone was bitching. One of my friends was like, "Can't believe they went with that," and I was like, "Well, we're clearly building to a pay-per-view in 2 months, and this is this is rock bottom,
right?
The TNA's at rock bottom right now. They've lost their 2 titles,
mm-hmm.
and they got to go get them back, dude. Who is this fucking owner or whatever playing a character, or he's the shoot owner?" What?
Oh, Chavez. No, he's the guy that got. He's literally not like a wrestling personality. He's literally the guy who worked for Anthem, who got put in charge of TNA when they fired D'Amore.
He's giving fucking nothing.
I know,
the most
because he's not a character.
Fucking but it's fucking do something. It's all fucking stone face. Fucking, you can't tell if he's happy or nothing. Like, replace him with a fucking. Like, give Santino that, or fucking maybe someone a little less goofy, but give some sort of role to somebody.
Right.
Get a Nick Aldis. Get somebody who can be the face of this, that knows what the fuck is going on in this business.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they show him, he's just with his baseball cap on.
I know.
He doesn't have it in him. Put a character.
I know, because he's not a character. He's literally a corporate guy, like, who got put into this.
Then put him off TV. Then
I know, and I think they may be leading to that. I think they may lead to him being like this. I'm out of my element. I need someone's help, because this is where No, God, no. This is where they're going to need to lead to the bigger thing. I mean, already there's the rumblings of Steph DeLander on Twitter, who I fucking love her. Like, it was funny, you said you had a crush on Indy. I had a crush on Steph when she was still Persia Parada. But she said, I'm going to do a run-in on Tuesday wearing a Nexus shirt, like, on Twitter. Like, that's the kind of shit we're looking for, because now TNA has to rally the troops. TNA, now we have to figure out how to beat Thanos. Like, that's what's going on. People don't seem to understand. And plus, like, on top of it, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Trick Williams being TNA champion. Like, but whatever, but he keeps retaining Dirty, and he's like, he needs to get in TV reps, and
and the TNA champion just got chokeslammed by the Undertaker. Who thought?
Right, exactly. But he's also, before that night, he had one title defense. So it's not like you can just take people want instant gratification. The moment something bad happens, they want the comeuppance. They don't understand the chase.
Yeah, but WWE fans should be a little more accustomed to it, because we've been doing long-term storytelling for quite some time now. Almost since after COVID, it's all been long-term payoffs.
Yeah.
There's been very few instant gratifications, except for, and they haven't hit as hard. Like the Joe Hendry stuff, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the stuff that we didn't work for that got the payoffs has been not as good.
Yeah.
Let it bleed.
Exactly. It's just, and that's the problem is, people don't want to wait. That's one of the problems. Everyone's comparing this to when they partnered with AEW, and I'm like, when they partnered with AEW, they got nothing out of it. Kenny took their belt and went away, filmed a bunch of pre-tapes and mailed them in, like, never showed up in the Impact Zone ever, dropped the TNA title to another AEW guy on an AEW TV show to have that guy go drop the fucking TNA title back in fucking TNA.
AEW fans are also terrible in this respect, is they get the fucking instant gratification. They're never long-term storytelling over there, except for the Moxley thing. But what the fuck was it? And it didn't really, like, kind of like, that's what we fucking waited 9 months for, whatever the fuck it was. But you could see it on Twitter. Okay. Yeah. Hangman gets the belt. Who's going to beat Hangman? Then they're already on to the next fucking thing. Just like when MJF got that belt, that should have been a turning point for everybody. And the first thing you get on Twitter, who's going to take it off MJF? I wonder. What the fuck do you mean? You just watched this 4-month chase and now he has it.
Right.
Fuck that. You watched a 2-year chase and now he has it.
Right.
Yeah, they're always on. What's next? What's next? What's next?
Right.
It's fucking this. It's the TikTok. I know I sound like an old man, but it's this.
No, you're right. You're fucking right. That's the problem. So yeah. So just, sit back and stop bitching, because come October, come October, TNA is going to have their biggest show ever, and they're
going to get it all back.
Right. They're probably, they're going to get it all back. Mike Santana's probably going to have his big moment there. You may have an AJ Styles match on that show. You're going to have the Dudleys versus the Hardys one last time. Like, that's going to be a big fucking show for them. Let them have this big fucking show, because especially if they're in negotiations for a television show outside of Access TV, this is what they need. They need this chase to get people in the door, to get the asses in seats, so that way it's a sustainable fucking product. It's business.
What are they up against? Are they up against Collision most weeks?
They're up against only when Collision gets put on Thursdays. Usually they're up against nothing.
So Collision has been on Thursdays though for quite some time. No, when's the last time Collision was on Saturday?
It bounces back and forth depending on if there's an NBA game or a NASCAR race or something.
That's good.
Yeah, so you never know. And the only issue for TNA is that they're on Access TV, which not a lot of people have. Like I have, I have Sling.
I don't know where it is.
I have Sling as a cord cutter, so I have access.
But you also have 2 TNA channels on your fucking Sling also.
Well, no, that's on Pluto.
On Pluto, so
yeah.
When I had Sling, the TNA channel and the Mystery Science Theater channel were on there.
Right, but those are part of, because they built Pluto into Sling.
Oh,
that's why you're seeing that. Yeah. Because they integrated Pluto into Sling, so you didn't have to keep using 2 separate apps. But because there's the All South Park channel and all that shit too. Yeah. But so that's why they're trying to get something bigger. Meanwhile, like a lot of people haven't been talking about it, but it's been happening for 3-4 weeks now. NWA apparently got a spot running opposite fucking NXT on Tuesday nights on the Roku channel, and no one's talking about them. So that's TV. Why I know it's not TV, but people think it's TV because they're dumb.
It's not TV.
I know.
That's an app.
I know. It's the live stream on Roku, though.
Chris, oh, okay. I got you, sure. But Chris Envy's Dynasty had a fucking app on there. Like, I can make an app on there. We can make an app on there. We could have the White Heat app on the fucking on the Roku free channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Streaming though, that's good. I'm not shitting on NWA. Like, I wish them the best of luck, but that's not. They've still got a long way to go.
Yeah,
I really like their the TV studio style of that too.
Meh. There's so many times I tried to get into NWA Power.
Oh, I've tried.
It's too hokey for me.
I'll watch Spencer on there, but I don't really.
I could give a fuck less. He's a piece of shit. But anyways. So that covers the TNA stuff. So yeah, basically, and just the sub part of that is I find it hilarious that you always see the people saying, you need to just enjoy all wrestling, except when people like something that's associated with WWE, because apparently now you're not allowed to like AAA because WWE owns them. You're not allowed to like TNA because WWE works with them. So is it enjoy all wrestling, or is it enjoy AEW and the people that work with them? Pick a fucking lane.
Enjoy TBS and TNT wrestling, both kinds. Enjoy both kinds of wrestling.
We have both kinds of beer, foreign and domestic.
Hey, what did they who did they merge with? Not merge with. Who did they strike a deal with? AAA? No, not AAA. The other
CMLL.
one. CMLL.
Yeah. Yeah, and really,
what's going on with the WWE AAA? Is there anything else announced, or
they did the second part of Triple Mania a couple of weeks ago, because Triple Mania is actually 3 different events over 3 months. Then they just did the second Triple Mania because Legado won the AAA tag belts down there.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Right. Oh, my shit die. Oh
no, you're here. You're here. And like I said, I honestly think by the third AAA, even though Gable's injured, I'm pretty sure Kaiser Americano is going to win the AAA belt there.
The Spanish speaking Grande Americano. Yes.
Venti Americano.
Yeah. I enjoyed the TNA show, and I can't remember the last time I watched fucking TNA. So
right, and
unless it was to see an ex-WWE guy, and that's not why I turned in the other day. Well, I did want to see AJ, but that was to see a ex-TNA guy, really.
Right.
What about Joseph Park in that role? of
that would be nice.
Commissioner.
That would be. I think he might be interested in that.
Not the Santino role, the suit. Just give me something. It's just this guy lifelessly giving the belt. Oh, everyone got my company. Oh,
that would be smart. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that would be smart. I like that. I think that's
cool.
But yeah, so people just need to sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. Stop telling people stop gatekeeping on what they're allowed to like, and then tell them you should like everything when you don't really fucking need it. Okay, so a couple other quick things before we actually fucking close out, because we talked a lot about fucking TNA. Jesus.
Well, I don't know. I think they deserve it, JJ. I really.
No, I'm not bitching about that. I'm just saying.
I'm glad that we unpacked TNA for a little bit, and I'm excited for what's coming, and I think they're building a pay-per-view well.
Yeah.
It's 2 months away, and I'm excited to see definitely the Dudleys and Hardys, even though I think we can get to it because we talked a lot about it, but I could call that match right now. Right. What that fucking match is going to be. But we'll get to that. We'll do that again some other. We'll talk about that as it gets closer.
Yeah. Right. So there's two other things I wanted to get to today. One is a lot of talk in the last couple of days about Elena Black, Cora Jade. So this happened, which I'm gonna clown on it. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Introducing first, the challenger from Chicago, Illinois.
So that was Elena Black coming out at Dreamwave Wrestling, which apparently took place in someone's yard.
It did, but that was blacktop too in the back.
It was parking lot. It was like a restaurant type. I don't know. It's not a great setup.
No, it's not a great setup. There were 100 people there, though.
Yeah, the 100 people. If you know how much she was fucking charging, you'd know that they took a bath on that fucking show with that many people. So a lot of people kind of clowned on it, and they're like, "Yeah, but she's getting paid." I'm like, "Yeah," and you know something? Probably no one else on that show got fucking paid because she was on it.
Because she took it all.
Because that's how it happened. You and I both know. We've both worked with people who the fucking name comes in, the name gets paid, and then everyone else is, "Oh, the house wasn't big enough. I'll get you next time." We've been there. And I guarantee that's what happened to a lot of the other fucking workers on that show.
So what is Dreamwave? Do you know anything about it?
They're just an indie. They're just apparently because I saw a similar thing like a year or so ago where they brought in Matt Riddle, and the same thing happened where it looked like it was someone's front yard.
Do you think that was a pre-bought right there?
What do you mean?
Was that a pre-bought show? You think?
No. Like it looked like someone's birthday party.
That's what I mean. Was it pre-bought? Like, did someone pay them to do that there?
I don't think so, because I know they were advertising for it. So I'm not sure. I know that they Dreamwave has a history of bringing in a name and not drawing a big crowd.
Oh wow, they're bringing in Joe Eastman and Channing Thomas. I'm looking at their Insta right now.
Oh God.
To fight, I can't Heart.
So Eastman's gonna clown on the fucking whole
Heart and Bow. Yeah, absolutely. Heart and Bow. Oh, he's on the poster for this too. Summer Dreamwave outdoor show. Wait, was he on this show that we just saw?
So that must have been that show.
No, this says August 2nd.
Oh, okay.
This is Taste in the Illinois Valley, but I think Eastman was on this show.
Yeah,
because he's on the poster with Channing. And that was Summer Spectacular Outdoor Show, Dreamwave. Huh.
Yeah.
Established in 2009. Huh. Cora Jade. Oh God, I gotta sign in to see everything. Forget it. I'll look at Cora Jade's tits later.
But so after that, apparently because people clowned on her, and mind you, like, because like I said, I clowned on Riddle when that happened to him too, and I also like I threw it back. I was like, I remember back in 2008 when a video surfaced. I think it was on YouTube because YouTube was so. But Greg Valentine showed up in a fucking backyard fed. Did you ever see that video?
No, I don't think I have. But I mean, dude, pay it.
Like he literally shows up in a backyard fed with like 14-year-olds and cuts a promo, and he's like, I wrestled WrestleMania and now I'm in a backyard. Like,
but Cardona would do it. Cardona would do it. And he literally would. He said as much on fucking Van Vliet or Ariel Helwani, whatever fucking one of those. He's like, pay me my shit and I'll be there.
But so apparently she got super bitchy about people clowning on her for it. And then the next day said that she's taking time off from wrestling. So basically she bilked GCW and Dreamwave and like 2 other companies out of what she could get. And now she's just sticking to OnlyFans. And all I have to say is go right the fuck ahead. You don't belong anywhere near the business.
Well, she'll make more money doing that.
Right. I make your money on OnlyFans. I don't care. I'm never going to knock a sex worker or anyone that has OnlyFans. Go make your money. Stay away from the fucking wrestling business because you're thin-skinned as fuck. And every time anyone criticizes anything about you in wrestling, you throw a fucking fit. Like there were people on Twitter putting up like they said something like mean thing about her and she's in their fucking DMs going off on them. And they put up screenshots.
Well, allow me to say some mean things about Cora Jade and see if she sneaks into my DMs.
I'm sure
I hate looking at
that. But yeah, so I just thought that was kind of funny. One other thing.
Who else are you taking down? Yeah, you got one more. You got one more.
Oh, yes, I do. But before I do, I don't know if you saw this or not, so I want your opinion on it.
I love when you show me stuff. Show me more stuff on here so I can react.
This was introduced last night on NXT. Ethan Page put a new strap on the North American belt.
Did he rename it?
I think he called it. I don't know if I don't think he renamed it. I think he just put the Canadian strap on it.
Because Canada is in North America, so he could have just. That looks great, though. That's really pretty.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Yep, and apparently people are up in arms about it because they need to bitch about something.
Why?
They seem to think that it's like a new belt. I'm like, no, it's still the North American belt.
It's just like a North American championship. Canada's in North America. I don't know if it's the one on top.
Right. Geography. Nobody knows geography, Matt.
That's the problem. They think North America is South Dakota. Maine, North America.
Yeah.
That looked kind of pretty. I like that. No, that looked pretty. I liked it.
Yeah, I think
I like Ethan Page.
He's grown on me. I wasn't a fan of him. I
love his fucking facials. And when he was doing that on the Good Brothers pay-per-view there, or one of those, he had like a surprised, I want to say like Asian character or something like that he was doing that was fucking really funny. Yeah. It wasn't racist. It was just funny.
That's one of the DMs she popped into someone's DMs about getting mad. You're an absolute fucking sick and pathetic moron, and I hope you find peace in whatever in your life that makes you behave the way on the internet. Truly and pathetic. Wish you what you deserve.
I could come to that. Send one of those my way, Cora. Tell me I have a tiny penis and write that message to me.
Oh, I forgot to mention this real quick.
Speaking of tiny dicks.
I forgot to mention this. Hogan and Bischoff's fucking Real American fucking Freestyle is going to be on the Fox Nation app.
It's Of course it is. It's Greco, right? Is it not? Okay, yeah. I'll watch it. I'll go fuck.
You're going to have to get the Fox Nation app, bro.
I said I'd watch it. Don't worry. Don't worry about what cord cutting.
Nobody's sailing the high seas for the Fox Nation app, bro.
I had codes for free stuff because I was working for that when I was at the radio station in Hartford. Me and my buddy were like the producers of that right wing fucking crazy talk show. The Gary Byron, who's a fucking like the most unproduced fucking they got a guy in there now, but he was the most fucking underprepared fucking radio personality there ever was. Literally would just come in and read the newspaper and fucking, but we had a bunch of promo codes, but he didn't like doing contests because it was something he had to do. So anyway, I could have had Fox Nation.
Oh God.
For life, free for life if I stole that promo code sheet.
Also,
isn't that fucking
Tyrus?
Yes, but isn't that Kevin Costner? Doesn't he have some Yellowstone? Doesn't he have some fucking thing on the Fox Nation app?
No, Yellowstone is on Paramount Plus.
No, Yellowstone, yes, but like he had
there's like a knockoff.
It was like a documentary or something.
It was
no documentary.
Oh, documentary. Oh.
Like a documentary series. I thought he was on there. Sometimes I see shit for Fox Nation. I
know Dennis Quaid does.
It's probably Dennis Quaid. No, Randy Quaid.
No, Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't remember this kid's name, but I'm sure you know who it is. It's the kid from fucking Top Rope. He's making the rounds. Basically, everyone's saying, "Oh, look, we found AEW's next shiny toy."
Go. Yeah! Fuck you, I love it.
Yeah, you know something? It's fun the first 2 times you see it.
Oh man, I don't know.
Then what does he do? Curdy's booked him too, and I'm just like, it's great the first 1 or 2 times, and then what?
What's his name?
I don't know. I don't remember. I know he's a Top Rope kid. I know he's one of Ryan Waters' kids.
God, that's fucking got to be hard to do. First time you hit a spilled drink, you're fucked.
Yep,
you are fucked. That thing is kicking out sideways, and you're never getting on a pogo stick again.
Exactly.
But that was fucking awesome.
Okay,
that was fucking awesome.
Last thing that I wanted to bring up for today,
and
unfortunately,
that was great.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's a segment that I don't like to have to do. But can we get a little
I'm gonna kick back.
Traveling music here? Okay, so a targeted ad came through my feed, and I have a problem with it.
Let me put my scroll over. Okay, good. We're fine. I didn't know if you're gonna shit on someone I liked, so I was getting ready to leave the room.
No.
I'm fine with this.
So this is for a company called Kaiju Pro Wrestling, who is running in my town. Now, mind you, the venue they're running in only holds wrestling because of things that I put in motion 10 years ago. But hey, I can leave that alone. I haven't run in a while. So yeah, go right ahead. Use the venue. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is some of the people that you book. Because you see, I have a problem with companies who book sex pests running in my fucking town. So they got this big long thing, but let's see here. Where is it? There's a couple of names that stood out on here. Sponsored by another company, as seen on NWA, which he was in a squash match once, Fox Vineyard. Fox Vineyard got fucking outed a couple of years back. Now, mind you, I reached out to one of the people that outed him and asked if I could get some details, and this individual said, I would rather not, because when I did come out against him, he had a lawyer send me a cease and desist letter. So I will not mention this woman's name. I will call her Patty McCormick for Anonymity.
I'll say her name.
No, don't. She's a very nice girl, and I don't.
No,
wanna...
I know she is, but I don't. Why fucking no. Obviously. Sorry, and not to get it out of the. But I saw a lot of people coming to her defense on that when that happened.
Yeah.
So I wish that she wasn't scared into fucking. But yeah, you're right.
Gotcha. I know, but Fox Vineyard was abusive towards female workers, and there was a lot of problems with him in the locker room. And I mean, in general, Fox Vineyard's always been a piece of shit. But he got outed a few years ago, and now he's slithering his way back into fucking locker rooms. But oh, guess what? He's not the only fucking sex pest on this show. Because look here. In apparently an intergender match, Elle Valentine versus Danny Adam.
I'm not familiar with this one. Oh no, we lost JJ. So JJ just came out here, called people I know sex pests, and now I have to sit here and take the heat. And the Fox Vineyard thing, I got look, he had a manager, and I'm not sure how he had a manager who was his girlfriend who wrote a bunch of shit one night, late night on Facebook, and then deleted it. And then he wrote guys that I promote with and said, hey, any reason why you guys aren't booking me? And the promoter put this out and said, look, man, this woman wrote this status years ago, or wrote this status. Your girlfriend, your manager, she was tasty, wrote this status, and we all saw it. And he was like, oh, thanks. I appreciate that. So we basically called him out to his face, or the companies that I work to called him out to his face, saying, like, this is why you're not getting booked around here. This woman said you punched her in the face. So, and she's the one that said it. I didn't say it. So, and then the other thing was, years later, during Me Too, a girl who I liked a lot at that time. She got a little bitch. She got a little fucking nuts on Facebook. With like, not everything. I don't care. Not everyone needs to hear about your fucking feelings. And this is another thing. Another way to get me to unfriend you is the, hey, we got two of them. This is another way to get me to unfriend you is the, I'm doing a purge of all my, so if you see this, you better like, okay, fucking, I'll purge you right now. So I'm no longer friends with this woman that called out Fox Vineyard all those years ago, because it was just fucking every fucking status. We're all depressed. We're all going through this. I don't need to, it doesn't need to play out in real time for the please and thank yous. And that's the problem with a lot of kids in this fucking generation, is they need the constant validity of their fucking feelings. We're all depressed. We're all feeling like shit.
What did I
reach out a couple times? I don't need it every fucking status of this girl's. I'm telling why I ended up eventually unfriending the person that
okay.
That called
but
out
I mean,
Fox
she had a legit gripe against Fox. But however, yes. I don't know where I froze. Did I mention that there's another sex pest on the show?
Yeah, you got to Danny Adam, and then you bailed and left me here to take the heat for it.
So Danny Adam, his real name is Tim Gian Siracusa. I actually outed him on this show on an edition of Behind the Blackball like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And because he was a piece of shit who literally did he was one of those TIW kids along with fucking Haggerty. And he did a bunch of statutory shit, and tried to pawn it off on his ex-tag team partner, Lance Madewell, who Lance left the fucking business. Lance almost offed himself because of all this shit he was accused of that was actually Danny Adam that did. So this company, who can't come up with an original name.
What was TIW?
Truly Independent Wrestling.
And is that where, like, so Haggerty was there?
That was Haggerty's like home. They're the ones that ran in the Berkshires and would draw like.
But also people. That ref, right? Didn't the ref and then he ended up being a sex pest too, right?
Yes,
both of them.
Yeah.
And the ref put out a big fucking thing about when Haggerty, how he was devastated about this thing that Haggerty happened, which you fucking could have seen coming 100 miles away, and then that guy, and then it happened to him too.
Yeah.
They sold shirts. Their shirts are still on one of those fucking sites, but they had like an internet sleuth fucking, what the fuck was it called? The fucking Marks or the something.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah.
What the fuck was that cop show thing that they were doing? Or I don't know. Sorry. I got half details. Anyway, go back.
So Danny Adam is a piece of shit, and when I outed him on when I outed him on behind the Blackball, he fucking blocked me on everything because he knew.
Oh, you're saying that Kaiju. You're saying that Kaiju's a ripoff.
Kaiju.
Is this not the real?
No, this isn't Kaiju Big Battle. This is a company that started like a year ago who called themselves Kaiju Pro Wrestling. You're unfucking original. Not only is your name unoriginal, but you stood on other people's shoulders to start running in this town. Like, I know the reason that you're running in this venue, because you booked RJ Root on the show, because this hall is connected to a social club, which my father used to be on the board of directors of when he was still alive. And RJ Root's parents are members of this club. So that's how you are able to, if you book him, you're able to rent the venue for a lower price than actually booking it as a banquet hall. I know these fucking things because I'm the one that set all this shit up years ago. I'm the reason, because of that fucking knockoff lucha show that we ran there years and years ago. That was the first time wrestling ever ran in this venue, because I'm not naming where, because I don't want anyone to go to this fucking show. And then afterwards, Wrestle Jam fucking stabbed us in the back, and Wrestle Jam ran a show there. Because Mike Banks is a piece of shit, but that's the story for another fucking day.
When I talk to people about tax relief pro wrestling,
yep,
that's what I'm talking about. Wrestle Jam literally only ran at like April 17th every fucking year when he got his tax refund check.
Yep. Yeah, because there was a while where he tried running more than he would run 2 Wrestle Jams a year, and then he tried running monthly, and he fucking died. He got outed for being a pest.
Oh, was he a pest too? I was on like one of the last ones, and it was like Eddie Kingston, not Eddie Kingston. What's the Wolves?
Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards. Sorry, I always do that. I always fucking. It was like Eddie Edwards, a bunch of other guys, and I drove down like Billy King and Jeremy Leary and Scotty Wilde, and that was like had to be like one of the last fucking. They rented Ricard's ring. It had to be one of the last ones. It was in like a high school or some shit.
Yeah,
I don't think you were on it.
No, because he fucked me over. I worked 3 Wrestle Jams in a row, and
were you commentator or did you manage?
No, I was managing, and he fucked me over on pay. And when I said, why the fuck didn't I get a payday? He said, you never asked for one when we first talked. I'm like, that's not how that works, asshole.
That's how that works anymore.
That's not how it ever worked. You contacted me and asked if I could.
Yeah, that's true. But you are supposed to get your you are supposed to, like, it's basically an unwritten rule that you're supposed to like come to an agreement before the day of, which I never do. And I don't fault you for not doing that either. But like, I'm saying this is the tricks that these cunts use to fucking to do that.
Right. But there was one, like the first one I did was literally, it was a double shot show, because that was when fucking Von Shit still had his school, and his fucking students were doing the show earlier in the day, and then Wrestle Jam was at night. That was the big Nocturne versus Dave Cole ladder match. Loser can't wrestle in Connecticut anymore. And he asked me, he's like, listen, because this was, oh God, here's a story I'll leave for another day. But basically,
save it for our, because we have our monthly bitch sesh coming up soon. Maybe
we can arrange it. But
maybe basically SummerSlam.
Yeah, but basically he had me there for 12 hours running security and then working the show, and then didn't pay me a fucking dime. But yeah,
write this down, please, because we got.
I'll remember it. I'll fucking remember it.
Starting to die. Sorry.
So this company is booking 2 sex pests, and one of those sex pests is sponsored by another fucking company that runs in the other half of this state. And I don't agree with that. It is widely known that Danny Adam and Fox Vineyard are fucking sex pests. They are pieces of shit who don't belong in any fucking locker room. Do not support companies that book these pieces of shit. It is widely fucking known. It's not like this is news. This was widely known for years. It's, and these people are slithering back in to the fucking to the fucking business, thinking that, it's been long enough, I can get away with it. No, they shouldn't be allowed to get away with it. So if you see this come up in your feed or whatever, you don't support this fucking company, and go ahead, come after me. This is my fucking town. I fucking live here. You don't. I mean, it's not like every time they fucking work, they draw like fucking 15 people because they don't advertise for shit. They paid for a fucking Facebook ad. Facebook's a dying fucking brand. Like, you don't see flyers.
No, you got targeting ad because of all the shit you like. Like, you got literally targeted because you live in Bristol, and fucking the majority of people are not going to see that ad. And I hope this doesn't affect. I hope this doesn't affect anyone's voting for a couple of the year.
On that note,
I hope this doesn't affect any Jack and Jill sales.
On that note, thank you for joining us for White Heat. Remember to visit w.gg and use the code Full Circle Radio for 10% off your order. Yeah, we'll get to the SummerSlam preview next week, and then we'll figure out another memory lane feed.
I'm actually, and I hate to do this on the air. I'm going to SummerSlam. We might be doing a wrap up, dude. I don't know if I'm gonna make. You're certainly welcome to do it. I don't know if I'm gonna be available next week for the
okay.
Go home.
Okay.
Because we're going
if
there.
We can't. That's fine.
We're going there on Thursday, and then I have I've got some Tuesday, Wednesday shit. So I don't know if I don't know, but I'm still going to SummerSlam. So I think I'll have we should try to shoot the wrap up on that Tuesday.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, let's take next week off.
If you want, or if you want to do it like JoJo or something like that. But I think I'll have I think it'll be a better show on the other side of it because I'm going, and I think I'll have some stuff for you. So yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Cool. And then let's get to our bitch session, our weekly. If it's just you and me, that's fine because not to kick Joanna out, but she spent the whole time trying to figure out what the fuck we were talking about. So
yeah, I mean, sometimes that's a fun shit. Maybe I'll bring in someone.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Just along and
however you
have
want
some
to
fun. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is. Old war stories and bitching about people.
Yeah, we got bitch about some people.
Yeah. All right. So So for Matt James, I'm Joseph J. Alexander. Please, Titus, where are you? Titus. My dog's not. Puppy, you want a cookie?
Oh, come on, you got a fucking job to do, Titus.
You got a job to do, puppy.
Is that a popcorn bucket? The animal back there? What is that?
That's my cycle helmet.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. That's awesome. My fucking riding helmet.
That's awesome.
Come on. Tell everyone to like and subscribe. Lazy bones. Yeah, no, that was when I got the first bike, wifey bitch, she was like, you need to have a helmet. And she's like, and I want you to have a full, with a full face guard. So that was my revenge.
Very cool.
And hey, people can see me coming.
It looked like a popcorn bucket. Maybe I'm in because I got a lot of popcorn buckets, and I steal them now too. I don't pay for them. I just take them. It's 14-year-olds working at the movie theaters. No one's going to stop you for stealing.
Plus, forced perspective back there, it looks way smaller than it actually is.
Yeah. I'm sure it's huge. Yeah.
But right. So for Matt James, I'm Joseph J. Alexander. Please, like and subscribe. Please leave a comment below. Share with your friends, and we will see you after SummerSlam. And we are out of here.
Reincarnated, I was stargating. Life goes on, honey, and all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. I keep a horn on me. That come I see. I keep ownership. The blueprint is by me. Mr. Get off, I get off it.